Mind Probe Minicast with Tommy and Red.
What's up?
What's cool about this podcast is I'm older. Not too much older, but I'm older. Red's a millennial. So everything I say, he starts getting uncomfortable. He starts squirming in his chair. Just like right now, he's squirming.
I just don't like stupid. That's all. Must be a generational thing.
I mean, you like yourself, right?
Good God.
Yes?
I mean, I am right about most things.
I've been into Stoic philosophy, Stoicism. I didn't know it was called that. I just knew that I saw a certain kind of quote, kind of gravitated towards it. So that was cool. Red, he got uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable's not the word.
Squirming. He took offense to it. I was like, what in the hell, dude? I say that a lot. You're going to hear that. You're going to hear me saying, what the hell? Serious? Seriously?
I mean, it's not my fault if something's stupid.
Here's an example.
If it's dumb, it's not my fault.
I posted this one. It says, men don't find themselves. They build themselves. They forge themselves into a creation of their own choosing, based on realistic assessments of themselves, their conditions, and the world that challenge them not to build themselves.
It's a good quote, but it implies that men do that and women don't.
Here we go.
It kind of seems like, but it kind of seems like people should do that, right? There's an undertone to that quote. You don't see that? Like, is that just a thing with your generation?
I'm not female. I'm not looking for female empowerment for myself.
That's fine. I mean, whatever works for you, but I mean, I can't help but notice that there's an undertone in there that men do these things like it's manly to build yourself. Like that's not manly. That's just that's what people should do to better themselves.
Well, there's another one that kind of says women are what men become, something like that.
Is that in terms of like maturity or growth or being well-rounded? Like I'm confused by that quote. What does that mean?
I don't know. There's a path to be a man. You're just not a man. You're a woman. You're gonna wash dishes. That's your birthright.
Oh God. Here we go. See now. There's the generational split right there.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Really.
God.
That's gonna be a ground rule. We're gonna establish a ground rule.
Okay. What's ground rule number 1?
Ground rule number 1 is I want you to be, and others to be offended. That's a challenge. That's growth. But you're my barometer on that. The offend. As soon as I can just tell. The whole room can tell. So.
Yeah, I don't think of it as offense. Like I don't take offense to something stupid that's said.
Other people do though.
That's fine. But I mean, I don't think you can be offended by something that's stupid. Like if it's just dumb, I don't know. That's just somebody saying something dumb. It doesn't bother me.
Get in there, wash some dishes. That's dumb.
So, yeah, that's dumb. That's pretty dumb.
So ground rule number 1. If something's said and I offend anybody and I follow it up with not there's anything wrong with that, then that just kind of smooths it over like, hey.
Oh, okay. Then it's all fine, huh?
Exactly. You get it. We're on the same page.
Well, I mean, I'm on the page that your generation doesn't know how to take accountability for anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You've been waiting for like a week to use that.
I have not.
You have. That was pretty good, though. It doesn't happen often, but I'll give it to you. You gotta let the little people feel like...
Oh, okay.
Like they're doing something, you know? Why don't you come up with a rule? Cold turkey, bam, right now. Do it. Go.
All right. Okay, I got one. So just now, right whenever you said what was right before this rule, or your rule, you kind of hesitated a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of like, am I really going to say this? So this is like a generational difference.
Not that there's anything wrong with that?
Yeah. Like you like that was kind of like how you covered yourself. Like, oops, I said something offensive. Time to cover myself a little bit.
Because you fuckers go after people.
Well,
try to end their life.
Well, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. So that's what my rule is.
So if I say, not that there's anything wrong with that, it's cool. I get a pardon.
Well, here's what I think for a rule. So I think one of the generational differences between us is that you guys think a lot of things that you won't say because you think it's going to be called out for being sexist or racist or whatever. And a lot of times it is sexist and racist. But anyway, for the purposes of this, I want you to not hold that back. That's rule 2. That's rule 2. You don't get to
You
hold
put
that.
in the fucking rule on me?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to hold that stuff back. You don't get to hold that stuff back. All the things that you think in your head that you guys don't say because you're scared that somebody's going to come after you, I want to hear it. Because if there's going to be an actual perspective between the two of us, you've got to say those things.
I think I do that anyway.
I think you're a little scared. It's okay, Tommy.
I think I do it anyway.
We'll see. We'll test that. Because there's going to be times, I already know it. There's going to be times where I look at you and you're thinking about it. Oh, I want to say something, but do I say it or you say it? That's my rule.
All right. Rule number 2.